Allan and the Sundered Veil is a six-part story written in the style of a boys' periodical by Allan Moore and illustrated by Kevin O'Neill. Included at the back of each issue of The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Volume 1, and collected at the back of that volume. It serves as a prequel to the comic. Plot: Allan Quatermain, following his death, returns to his friend, Lady Ragnall, to partake of the Tajuki drug she has. One point of interest is the fact that, though Quatermain only faked his death, he no longer has a shadow, as shown on the picture in which he is greeted by Lady Ragnall's servant. Quatermain takes the drug and enters into a dream world, encountering the equally lost John Carter and his grandnephew, Randolph Carter. Strange creatures begin to attack them, but they are saved by the arrival of a pulsing electric machine piloted by a man known only as the Time Traveler. They arrive at the Sphinx from the time machine, and the Time Traveler explains that they are because creatures from beyond the universe are invading creation through a hole in space-time. They are attacked by albino creatures known as both Morlocks and Mego. Quatermain beats them off as the time machine takes off, but one clings on and damages the ship. Destabilized, the time machine is drawn towards a chrono crystal Aleph, and the riders all see visions from the pasts and futures. Quatermain sees his first meeting with Mina Murray from the First League issue, a sojourn with Sir Henry Curtis, the final battle against Professor Moriarty's ship from the end of the First League volume, Mr. Hyde's destruction of a Martian tripod from the end of the Second League volume, and E. Randolph and Miner's encounter with a Lovecraftian monster as related in the New Traveler's Almanac. Randolph sees a vision of Arkham. John Carter sees a vision of him fighting a green Martian and winning Dejathoris as she rides a greater Thoth mount. What, if anything, the Time Traveler sees is not mentioned. Randolph and John soon disappear to the visions upon realizing that they are not bound to the realm, leaving only Quatermain to help the Time Traveler against their enemy. However, Quatermain becomes possessed by the Quir and returns to his realm. He kills Lady Ragnall before her African servant Marissa is able to free Quatermain using her tribe's precautions against the Great Old Ones. Appalled, Marissa flees the burning manor, taking the Tajuki with her. Despondent at the loss of his friend and his drug, Quatermain spends the next few years drifting, eventually ending in Cairo. The story ends with him looking up from his drugged stupor into Mina Murray's face as he is unwillingly, but fatefully, recruited into the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Relative chronologies. Among the characters, the story takes place at various points in the lives of Allan Quatermain. After his death, in Allan Quatermain, but before the First League volume. Randolph Carter, during his titular dream quest in the Dream Quest of Unknown Kadith. John Carter, after his departure from Earth but before his arrival at Mars in A Princess of Mars. The Time Traveler, following his return to the future at the end of the Time Machine.